Hello and welcome to the 50th episode of Parks and Pals. I'm Chloe.
I'm Stephen.
Isn't that so professional how we just did that?
It's really weird just because that's there. And we don't normally record episodes.
No, we record episodes, just we don't video
we record
them.
them, obviously, because people listen to them.
Yeah,
but we also don't record them with video.
Yeah, so for those of you that are listening, this is also on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, hi!
YouTube.
If you're not, hello!
Hello, everyone.
Imagine we just waved
home.
at you.
We're exactly the same
It's
as we normally are.
50th episode!
How on earth have we done 50 episodes already?
It's crazy. Also, really quickly, how you said we are, as we usually are. We actually are, because even though we are recording, we're still in our comfy clothes.
We are still
We have not dressed up for the occasion.
We ain't dressed up for you.
What we've done is put this on the wall. And that's about it.
Which I'm going to be honest with you, is not necessarily stuck on securely.
No.
So if it does fall, it makes a great blooper.
It does a bit. Ooh,
and
that will go on the
there it goes.
TikTok. Anyway, 50 episodes.
Yeah.
This is where it all started, was in this living room.
We
were
did.
at a table.
Oh yeah, I remember because we set up a table like just in front of us there.
Looking back of it, that was a lot of effort.
That was a lot of because I used to have
Why
to
did we
take it
do
in
that?
from the front room. I don't
Yeah.
know. I think we just wanted to film it with like a proper like table setup, and then we realised actually it's more about the content than it is sort of us
I
sitting.
mean, this has taken us a
comfortably.
while to set up, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But also we weren't in a rush. We could have done it quicker.
Also, you're worth it.
Yeah, I am.
I mean, for the people, for the
For the
people,
listeners at home.
you're worth it.
They're worth it. Yeah, how are you feeling about 50 episodes? It's strange because 50 and a year are very close together. So
Yeah,
we're going to be doing this again in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't take this as a sort of like, this is us sort of like looking back and things like that. But every sort of like 25 episodes or like momentous occasions, we do try and do a little bit of a reflection.
Something special.
So we have pulled out the stops a little bit. This is going to be a great episode.
I'm so excited.
But first and foremost, how are you, Chloe?
I'm good. Tomorrow is my dentist appointment.
Yeah.
My teeth are being removed.
Yeah.
Not all of them, just 3. Some wisdom teeth. I'll be less wise. But I'm good. Apart from that, I am pretty good. How are you, Stephen?
Yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah, no, I'm pretty good. Feeling good about this.
Good.
I think mainly one of the reasons why I'm excited for this is one, because it's the 50th, and I'm actually really, really proud of us for sticking at something for 50 weeks in a row. Because like, I think when you get into like podcasting or like doing any form of hobby, like building the consistency is the hardest thing. So actually for us, this has actually been quite easy. Do you feel like the habit's been fairly easy?
Fairly easy. There have been a few weeks where I'm like, around Christmas, I was like, I just don't want to do it.
I think there's
this
pinch
week.
points,
Not because I don't like doing it, just because we were busy.
Yeah.
But we did it. I feel good for doing it.
I feel like it's easier because we're talking about something that we really, really love.
Yeah.
And that's made, and also by the people that we've been joined by.
Yes. We'll go into more detail about that in a bit, I think.
Exactly.
We'll talk about them shortly because they're a big part of the episode. I want to quickly just say...
Oh, okay.
So sorry, that was a little throat burp then.
Fine.
Thank you to all the people who listen and who have joined in, who have watched the vlogs, who have listened every week, who are the people that on a Tuesday are the first ones to listen.
Yeah.
Though, I mean, if you listen at all, thank you very much. But sometimes I log on to the platform we upload the podcast on and I'll see it has like just like 20 downloads.
Yeah.
But that's in the first like 2 hours it's been released. And I'm
Yeah.
like, there are some committed people out there. And it makes, we notice you, we see you, and we appreciate you. But we appreciate everyone that listens. And even people, like I looked today and someone randomly downloaded episode 23.
Yeah.
Love that.
Thanks,
I
random
hope you
23.
found it helpful. I think it's either 23 or it was around that number. And it's the episode we did about quick service with...
Gotcha.
So it must have been 24, I think, 27, because it was a
that
guest episode with Emily.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe they just wanted some advice on quick service. I don't know.
Who
but
knows?
Thank you. Every little helps. And I do have a gift for you, Stephen, to celebrate the 50 episodes.
Right, you told me about this, but sorry, I sound really ungrateful
You
already.
do.
No, it was more of the thing of like, with my job, I don't get time to like go out and get things, and I don't.
Well,
I feel
technically go out and
now
get
I feel
this.
like secondhand guilt.
No, but I didn't
things.
technically go out and get this.
You stole it?
No.
What are you stealing
I
for?
made it for you.
You made something
I made
for me.
something. So
Oh, that
sorry
means
if there's
even
sound.
that means even more to me.
It's in my Trader Joe's bag.
That's okay.
So,
Trader Joe's, for those of you out there, is an American store.
as some of you might have seen, we did it on Instagram today, but we have a new logo.
We do.
As a big
I forgot about
50th
that.
gift to you guys. enjoy our new logo. And Stephen, enjoy the logo on a cup.
Oh, wow. Would you look at that?
I have one for me as well. It's a little Parks and Pals tumbler.
Well, that
Thank you.
that is exceptional. What did you do? Oh, is it fallen? Sorry about that, gang.
Sorry, everybody. The picture fell. The video stopped recording. It was stressful.
To be honest, we got a little bit excited about having official merch.
It's official merch.
Even though it's not sold anywhere.
It's not sold anywhere. This is rare. That's the thing, Stephen.
This is rare. Do you know what we might have to do at some point? Maybe for like the 100th.
Make a jumper for each other.
Sold.
Make a t-shirt. Make a hat. Make some socks.
Until we're literally head to toe
Parks and Pals.
I would like a cap with Parks and Pals.
Yeah,
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Embroidered
I was more gonna say like at some point we can do like a competition and like give one of these away. That'd be pretty cool.
Would you be interested in that, people at home?
Would you want
a Parks and Pals cup?
You want a bit of merch?
You let us know. Okay, well,
I am going to pour some iced tea in that about halfway through.
Yeah, we'll do some ASMR.
That's going to be like a little treat.
Yeah.
But I suppose at this point, let's talk a little bit about how today is going to work. What are we talking about today?
So, to celebrate all the lovely guests we've had on the episode.
Yeah.
On the episode? On the podcast.
On just one episode.
Well, now you said it, Stephen. That's a great idea.
That is a great idea.
We have got all, bar possibly one. We're waiting to see if we get a thing from them. If we don't, we're missing just one guest. But we have got some additional people in there as well who you have not heard from before.
Yeah. So if you like hearing random people,
there's not many. There's only like 2 or 3. We have asked all our previous guests for an controversial / unpopular Walt Disney World opinion.
Yeah.
And we are going to listen to them. I've heard a few of them, not many.
I've heard none of these.
You've heard none of them.
So I'm going into this completely open-minded.
Yes, so we're going to go through their controversial opinions, and I'm really excited to hear everybody. And it's just going to be so nice. It's like a little family, you know.
I was about to say
like
it's going to be like a little. It's like the biggest guest episode that we've ever done without actually having all the like. I was going to say faff then. Guests are not faff.
No.
But like there's a lot of logistics that go into like planning a guest episode and, you know, setting everything up. So this has been kind of like a really nice idea where we just kind of get everyone together.
Yeah, like the 25th was lovely and we did it in person with some people and that is also on the
YouTube channel. That was our first video.
That was it was so much fun.
Yeah.
We did have to plan it and have a few logistics in there.
Yeah.
So this was a lot easier to organise, but I love having like guests on for like big episodes.
Yeah.
I think it's so much fun and it was really fun messaging everyone to be like, hi again, it's us. And everyone was so like,
Come
yeah,
back.
we'll do it. And I'm like, yeah. So it's just lovely to have that community. So
exactly.
as much as we thank the listeners for listening, thank you to our guests for always being there. Yeah, thank you to the guests for guests.
Thank you for being our guest.
Be our guest. Be our guest.
And on that note then, obviously today we are talking about controversial opinions about Disney World, etc. Do you have anything particularly controversial?
I was thinking about this, and I think this is quite a controversial thing, but it's also not at the same time, but it's very me.
Okay, go on.
So, it's to do with margaritas and Disney.
Of course it is. Good Lord.
So
that didn't take long.
No, my controversial opinion is that the margarita stand outside the Mexico Pavilion is a better stop than Cava de la Tequila, whether it's called, inside the Mexico Pavilion.
Okay.
Because lots of people say you have to go in the tequila like bar inside Cava de Tequila, whatever it's called, like I said. But
this is the one that the one inside is the one that you can do the like $200 tequila experience at 10 a.m.
Now my thing is that you can get some of the same ones outside.
Sure.
There's less of a wait to get in.
True.
You don't have to tip the barman because it's not a tipped roll.
Very true. I often find that slightly annoying going around Epcot.
And you can see. It's a bit too dark inside.
It is a little bit dark.
So for me, as much as I'm like, yeah, it's a great thing to go into the tequila place.
Yeah.
I'd rather be grabbing one from the margarita stand outside.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
And it also doesn't like stop your flow of your day because you can get it like on the go.
Yeah, I feel like that, you know, that meme of, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like this episode is.
I mean, I suppose so. I mean, let's see how controversial some of the opinions get,
well,
and then we can sort of take it from there.
What's your one?
I mean, I've got 2 things.
Whoa, you're going to give them to me both now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
all right.
My first one, I think, is a fairly widely held unpopular opinion. And I know that it's something that is absolutely adored by so many people, but And I think it happened over summer.
I think I know what it is.
I think it happened over summer.
I think I know what it is.
And the only reason that I went on it was because there was no queue. And it's Peter Pan's Flight. Peter Pan's Flight is not a good enough ride for you to queue longer, in my opinion, than 15, 20 minutes.
You sound very passionate about that,
I do.
must say.
But I think it's just because, like, it is, like, I get it. Like, Peter Pan's got all this kind of, like, fandom surrounding it. When the ride first came out, it was, it was something different. It was something new. I don't think it's aged particularly well, even with updates. And I think when you look at everything else that is on offer in the park and their wait times in comparison, I don't think it's worth it. So that's my kind of first one. And I'm sorry if you love Peter Pan's Flight, but it's not for me. I'm going to be
sorry,
honest
not
with you.
Sorry is the thing of this episode, isn't it?
It's just sorry, not sorry.
I do agree with you.
It's just my opinion, and then opinions just in capitals.
What I think.
What did you think I was going to say, by the way?
The parade.
What about the parade?
That you're not a parade fan. The Festival of Fantasy, you could take it or leave it. You're not bothered by it at all.
No, the parade grows on me. Peter Pan's Flight has never grown on me.
Well, it's never.
And he's never grown up.
He's never grown up. That's what I was going to say. Peter Pan doesn't grow up. Okay, fair enough. What's your other one?
So my other one is because I love Animal Kingdom, and so many people say that Animal Kingdom is a half day park. Half
day park.
Animal Kingdom is seen as a half-day park. I think if you only spend half a day at Animal Kingdom, you're not doing it right. Because I think, as far as I'm aware, now that we've kind of done things like Rafiki's Planet Watch and some of the other experiences, I think that you can get a full day out of it. Yeah.
I think
if you vary your experiences, then you can get a full day out of it.
I think you can, but I'm going to speak from experience here.
Sure.
Experience with you.
Go on.
You get too hot at that park, Stephen. You can't handle the whole day at Animal Kingdom.
I get a little bit hot. Yeah, but
do you remember when we were at Rafiki's Planet Watch? You were like, I'm ready to go. I don't want to be here. It's too hot.
In the peak of summer.
Yeah.
We went Florida heat. Hot.
Yes.
Okay. So if anybody's ever done Orlando in the summer, it is ridiculously hot. We were constantly sitting around 37, 40 degrees. It was ridiculous.
Yes.
And for me, maybe Animal Kingdom's not great because of the sort of lack of shade and it's quite hot. However, I do think there is a good variety of experiences there that can be experienced by all ages for an entire day.
Okay.
Obviously, the only thing that lets it down is the fact that you can't watch any like nighttime spectacular or anything.
Okay.
That's my thing.
Okay.
That's it.
I heard your opinion.
Thank you.
It's been heard.
Loud and clear.
Shall we start off with our guest opinions?
I'm trying to remember, because you've done these, you've planned these, you've done these, in
in
order
order
of people making appearances.
The order I've got, I think I know off the top of my head who's in what order.
Okay, I think I know too.
I can remember the first, I remember the order of the first 4 for definite.
Sure.
Then I get a bit confused as to who came before who.
Yeah.
But that's fine because I'll be able to tell from the voice. And
came
some
first,
of
the
them
chicken or
have
the
said,
guest?
hi, it's so-and-so. So that will help.
Yeah, other people, not as considerate.
Also, some people have just said what their opinion is and given no context.
Yeah.
Some people are given lots of context. Like
Good.
There are some that are like less than 10 seconds. There are some that are like 2 minutes long.
Right.
It's nice to have a variety.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into it then.
So
who is our first one from?
Our first one is going to be from our friend James. He was on episode 3 of the podcast.
Hey, it's James. My controversial Disney opinion is all about the Enchanted Tiki Room. I know it's one of Walt Disney's classics. I know it's like we shouldn't touch it because Walt Disney was involved with it. But let's be honest, it's crap. Sorry, but it's just not good. I'm sorry. It's not entertaining. The songs are annoying. Even Walt Disney himself built way better animatronics than the parrots. So yeah, that's my controversial Disney opinion, is get rid of it. Put something else there. Goodbye, Enchanted Tiki Room.
Wow. Do you know what? I feel like that.
Goodbye.
Do you know what? I feel like that.
Room.
I feel like that started off as like a nice little kind of like. Do you know what? I'm not a fan of the Enchanted Tiki Room. By the end of it, it was like burn it to the ground, burn those parrots, damn you, every single thing. I mean, I get it.
I understand.
What's your opinion on the Enchanted Tiki Room?
Okay, so the Enchanted Tiki Room, I really love it. I really love it. I really love the version they used to have that had Zazu and Iago in it.
Yeah.
Which isn't what it is anymore. And I'm pretty sure there was a time when was Stitch in it? No, I'm imagining that.
Stitch was everywhere, but he wasn't there.
But when I was younger, that's the version it was, and I really enjoyed that version. Okay. I think the original and the one that is currently there is a little bit classic. And like you said, Peter Pan's, it needs a bit more. I think they should add to it, which is why I love the Zazu and Iago thing.
Yeah, so maybe there needs to be some level Iago.
Thank you. That being said, I am going to disagree with James on the parrots.
Okay.
I think when you look at the history of animatronics, okay, yes, there are better animatronics, but when you look at the history, I think they were prime in their time.
So then, do we add an extra dynamic to this? Do you agree with James? Now you can be. Now I tell you what. I'll do this as if it was a strategic answer.
Okay.
You can agree, or you can strongly agree, be neutral.
Yeah.
Disagree, strongly disagree.
Okay. What was James's opinion?
Yeah.
I'm in between neutral and disagree because it's like the Country Bears Jamboree. That could have gone. I'm glad that's being changed. Goodbye, Country Bears.
Whoa!
But
don't bring
Tiki Room.
Don't bring those bears into this.
I do like the in the tiki 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 tiki. I love the song.
See,
I love the song.
I, on the other hand, find that incredibly annoying. So I am more on the agree with James here.
Okay.
I don't necessarily think that it needs to be replaced, but I do think one of the things that we need to start seeing a lot more at Disney World is updates of classics. I know that people get really, really precious about sort of like things changing, but actually, if you gave people the option of changing things or letting their beloved ride die, I think they'd rather see the updates.
Absolutely. I'm here for it. Absolutely here for it. Right, let's move on. That was James Donning, by the way, from first episode, not James
Thank you,
Shaw,
guest one.
who will be on later. Guest 2. Do you remember who guest 2 was?
I don't. I'm so bad. It was Charlotte.
It was Charlotte. Exactly. So here is Charlotte's opinion. I haven't heard Charlotte's, so I'm excited to hear what it is. Are you ready?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Charlotte from the Phage Sisters, and my controversial Disney opinion is that Toy Story Midway Mania is so overrated. That ride has queues of over an hour. I would not wait more than 20 minutes for that. It's not worth the wait. It's not. It causes arguments, it causes cramp, sometimes the 3D doesn't work. If your partner doesn't know what to hit, you don't get to unlock the things for a high score. And I'm just not about it. It's not worth the stress. So I think it's overrated. # controversial yet brave Disney opinion.
Okay, slight lie. I did know what it was, but I hadn't listened to it. She did tell me, and I remember thinking, Stephen is not going to be happy with that opinion. So, Stephen, using your scale, where do you sit on that?
I know. I'm about to go off on one because Toy Story Mania or Midway Mania is a marvel. It is a brand new experience, and I remember the first time.
It's a brand new experience. It's been there for years now.
No, shush. It's a brand new experience. It was a kind of new way of sort of working. I already loved rides like Buzz Lightyear, so this for me was a great addition. Okay, I'm kind of with Charlotte on the wait times. Okay, but to say that it has loads of faults, shame on you, shame on you. And I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed. Not mad, just disappointed. So I am a strong disagree on that one.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I didn't think I was going to get that passionate about these ones, but as you could probably see from my reaction
and
whilst
we're only on the
listening to
second
that one,
one,
I was like,
wrong.
What?
So again,
controversial
wait
but
times.
brave, not brave.
It was brave.
Foolhardy.
I do think that the queue times are ridiculously long for that ride.
Yes,
I do.
That's the thing I agree with.
I have had it sometimes where the 3D hasn't quite worked.
See, I've never had that.
I have had that a few times.
Okay.
I understand the whole thing that if your partner doesn't know what they're doing, then it doesn't help. But I think then you need a better partner to go on that ride with. No shade to whoever Charlotte's gone on with before. I'm sure you're great at that ride. But I give verbal instructions to Stephen to be like, here's what we need to do, and we plan in the queue.
Yeah, I was about to say we look at all the like hints and tips, and we know what we're doing.
So yeah, I am gonna go in the disagree section with that. Okay, so do you remember who was next?
It was Liam.
It was Liam. So let's hear from Liam. Liam did come on the podcast twice. I've only put him in this one section.
Yes.
He is not in
more
twice.
so because he came on for Disney, and then he's also been on for a Universal special. So this is
a
more
Universal
his Disney.
Special.
It was.
Wow, a Universal episode special?
Halloween Horror Nights.
Okay, well, let's hear from Liam. I don't think... No, I have heard Liam's one.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. It's Liam. And happy 50th episode of Parks and Pals UK. My unpopular Disney opinion is Dole Whip is not good at all. Will not recommend. Never will. Sorry.
So that's Liam's.
Who hurt you?
Yeah, was it the orange bird? Because you love the orange bird, Liam.
Who hurt you?
I really enjoy a Dole Whip. Don't get me wrong.
Is it the fact that he doesn't enjoy it, or does he just think it's a little bit overrated because it is?
He doesn't like it. I understand, like the plain Dole Whip is alright.
It's
I
pretty
like
good.
it.
It's refreshing.
There are better options that are Dole Whip, like the I Lava You float.
Yeah.
That has the Dole Whip ice cream.
I was going to say the variations are good.
Float. A Dole Whip float is better than a Dole Whip. I'll give you that.
No,
but I do like the
agree.
fresh pineapple juice.
Yes.
Sometimes
no, I find them really, really refreshing, but I can see how some people might view them as like a glorified, like frozen lemonade-y kind of style.
Yeah, I see that
thing. However, on this occasion, I disagree with you, Liam. I do quite like a Dole Whip. Not always my first choice.
No.
Of sort of snack or beverage, whatever you want to call it, but I quite enjoy them.
I am going to go for a neutral because I understand where he's coming from. I do think the Dole Whip itself is overrated, but I think there are good variations of the Dole Whip.
Okay, thank you, Switzerland.
No, I just think I do enjoy some soft serve. Like, do you remember when we were in Disney Springs and I want to get this Dole Whip right now. I just want the juice and the watermelon ice cream. I just needed it.
And that was nice.
It was really nice, see? Yeah. So I'm neutral. I get where you're coming from, Liam, but I will pass on, on that one. Okay, next is Alana.
My name's Alana, and my controversial opinion is Figment is the most annoying character ever.
No context, just annoying.
Absolutely no
I also enjoy,
whatsoever.
My name's Alana. The people know who you are, Alana, if they listened before. You're good. They know who you are.
Thoughts on Figment?
Thoughts on Figment.
I've always had a slight appreciation for Figment because I quite like the simplicity of Journey into Imagination. That being said, I understand that one.
Yes, and I'm going to say something that's probably even more controversial than what she's just said.
Go on, add a little bit of spice to that.
Because there is another character that annoys me more.
That is what, that you think is more beloved?
Yes, more beloved and annoys me more. Stitch.
Yeah.
Really, I don't understand. Stitch, I love Lilo and Stitch. I love the film. Meeting Stitch is great. But there's something about that 80-minute wait. And I'm like, why? I don't get it. It just annoys me, and I don't know what it is, but I find Stitch more annoying than Figment. That being said, Figment, I've got to be in the right mindset for Figment.
Yeah. Like
I need to meet him as well. I haven't met him yet.
I think as well, for something like Journey into Imagination, like the wait time is normally pretty short.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I have to be in the right mood to go on that ride. And normally it's helped by visiting the Mexico Pavilion prior.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that being said, I do understand why he is irritating.
Yeah.
But
imagination is a blast.
But also, is he that irritating that he deserves no cue? for his meet and greet. No.
Yeah, that was really sad when no one went to his meet and greet.
Nobody wants to see an empty Figment.
No.
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 No empty Figment.
No, because that's not your figment of your imagination. If it's empty,
that's
really boring.
I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
No.
No one turning up to meet them.
Can you imagine if we organise a meet and greet and no one turned up?
Could you imagine your worst enemy?
Can you imagine your worst enemy coming to your meet and greet?
Were you saying, like, imagine doing a Parks and Pals meet and greet and no one turns up?
Yeah. I'd like to think some people would turn up.
That would be sad.
It'd probably just be the people you've had on who are our actual friends. Like,
yeah.
Not that we're not friends outside the podcast world. We're not friends. I'm just saying, like, the friends, the people that we knew before the podcast, those friends, I reckon they would come.
You seem to have little faith.
No,
I think people would.
I think they would.
I'm also
Shall
like,
we do it?
Oh my god!
For the 100th episode?
Why is this suddenly turning into like
2-3 years time?
Why is this suddenly turning into like you want to meet us? You want to buy merch?
Who are we? Okay,
Who are we?
Let's carry on. So Figment, sorry. I am going to.
I'm going to agree.
I'm going to go neutral.
Okay.
I understand.
You are a real fence sitter.
I am a fence sitter. I am. Okay, next.
Whereas I'm quite happy to be quite controversial throughout this whole episode.
I think our next one was James.
Wonderful.
UK's #1 Disney fan, James. Let's find out.
Hello, Parks and Pals. It is James here with a controversial Disney opinion. So my controversial Disney opinion is that bulldozing Dinosaur USA cannot come sooner. It needs to go. It's just not great. It is probably one of the worst themed lands in all of Disney World. You know, there's just a prehistoric Dumbo ride there. There's Dinosaur. And, you know, people say how much they love Dinosaur, but it's never anyone's top ride. And also, you know, Dinosaur's not even going anywhere. It's it's just going to get changed into something better. And then there's going to be more IP in that part of the park, which for me, I can't wait. I love a bit of Encanto, Coco. It sounds great. And I'm looking forward to it. That's probably another controversial opinion about IP in the parks. But, you know, I can't wait. And if people say that, it doesn't fit or whatever, yeah, well, talk to the Na'vi. Like, I'm sure they really fit the original idea of Animal Kingdom. But yeah, there you go. There's my controversial opinion. Cheers, guys.
And there is actually a second part to his explanation.
Oh man, do you know what? James is just such a nice guy as well.
Yeah, do you want me
and
to
that was lovely justification.
Yeah, you ready? Let's carry
go
on.
Just realised I call it Dinosaur USA. Obviously, I mean Dinoland USA. And also to clarify about the Avatar thing, I think Avatar is one of the best things they've added to Animal Kingdom since they opened that park. And I'm sure whatever they put in where Dinoland is currently will be just as good. So yeah, cheers, guys.
Just a bit more explanation there from James.
How far after that first message did he send the other one?
Quite quickly.
Okay.
He went,
I feel like
sorry,
it's like...
I need to add a bit more onto that in case I didn't explain myself enough. I'm like, James, you explained so much, it's fine. But it was nice to add a bit more. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, no, it's only because like sometimes we'll say things on the podcast and like the episode might go out and I'll be like, did I really feel like that? Or was I just feeling that in the moment? So it was actually quite nice to have like a real justification from James there. And I agree with him in terms of Dinoland USA. I think when you think that it almost feels like just a bunch of rides thrown together on basically a glorified parking lot, I don't think that's a bad idea. Don't get me wrong, I do really enjoy Dinosaur.
Yes.
But I did think he actually made a great point by saying nobody says it's their favourite.
No.
Everyone enjoys it, but no one ever comes out and says, you know, everyone will be like, oh, Dr. Seeker Smash. Everyone will be like, oh,
Dr. Seeker Smash.
You know, do you know about the ketchup? Do you know about the mustard? And all those kind of little fun
And it is a fun
tidbits.
ride. It is really fun.
Yeah.
But if I had the choice to go on Dinosaur Everest, I think I'd pick Everest.
I would choose Everest because it's just a much better.
But in all of Dinoland,
ride.
I would go on Dinosaur.
Yeah.
And the other thing I don't like about Dinoland is the carnival booths.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Just doesn't make sense. It
doesn't feel Disney.
It feels like a gimmicky money grab.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest.
No, I mean, Disney do take all my money, but at least do it with some dignity.
Yeah. Don't take my money and then more money.
No.
Yeah, that's what the merch is for.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
Idiots.
I ain't playing a carnival game for $5. No.
Yeah.
Absolutely
I don't
not.
want a dinky dino toy.
I'm actually going to strongly agree.
You're going to strongly agree?
I am going to... Not on the fence about this one, am I? No, strongly agree.
Ooh, someone heard my feedback.
Because I don't like Dino Land. It makes me laugh.
Yeah.
I like the little gift shop. And I like meeting the characters. But when I think about... It's just a chaotic area makes no sense.
It doesn't fit.
It's boring. Chaotic and boring.
Of every single area in all of the parks... It is the least well considered.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
I agree.
So
apart from the shade in Toy Story Land, that was not considered.
Well, that's not well considered from a design point of view and just like a fault.
Uh-huh.
Whereas Toy Story Land as a whole, really immersive and really great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Totally.
So the next guest is Belle. Belle Phage.
A Disney
No, not Princess Belle. Belle Phage.
Sure.
I would like to clarify that I actually got a 2.5-minute voice note, but it was just Charlotte and Belle laughing for the first 2 minutes, so I have cut it down to just her controversial opinion.
Okay.
But so I really enjoyed the rest of it.
How they react afterwards.
Just know that Charlotte couldn't watch Belle, and she had to go and stand in the corner and have her back to her when she was just laughing. So here is Belle's opinion.
Hey, it's Belle, and my controversial Disney opinion is that Chicken Little and Home on the Range are some of the best films that Disney have ever released. Thank you.
Why are you laughing so much, Stephen?
Because no! Chicken Little is still, in my opinion, one of the worst...
Shut up!
No. Me and you are going to fall out. Chicken Little, in my opinion, is one of the worst, if not the worst Disney film ever released. I absolutely hated it. And do you know what the thing is? At the time when it came out, because it's voiced by Zach Braff. I love Zach Braff and Scrubs and everything, and I was kind of following everything that he did, and then he came out with that. And it's like, the sky is falling. I'm like, I don't care. Sorry.
There's
What's
those
your
of you at
opinion
home
on
that
this?
don't know, Belle and Stephen are like, you get on like brother and sister sometimes.
Yeah, I know. This is
going to cause a
rivalry.
family feud.
Yeah.
Feud? Is that the
Feud.
word? Thank you. I'm sorry.
Really sorry.
I'm going to apologise
I am
now.
sorry because I had
sorry,
a real,
not sorry.
had
It's
a
the
real,
caption of this
I had a real
episode.
outburst there. I'm
You
going to be honest.
did.
Do you know what it is? Like, I've watched the film twice, and the first time I watched it in the cinema, and I came out and I hated it. I left it about 3 or 4 years, and I watched it again, and nothing had changed. And I thought it was just me or like the particular mood.
It is just you.
But it is just not. It's just not a good film. I'm going to be honest. I can't speak for Home on the Range. Home on the Range, I know it came during that kind of difficult... it was the Eisner period, wasn't it? I know that it came around that sort of time period, and lots of people were saying, well, this isn't any good. Then they kind of released like Emperor's New Groove, and they started to make some improvements, but it was nothing on the like 90s Disney. I haven't seen it, so I can't comment, but I will watch it for you, Belle, because... You know, I can't hate both of your favourite films, can I?
I'm not going to sit here and say that they are the greatest films Disney have made. I can't sit there and say that. But I do really like Chicken Little.
As a Disney film?
I really enjoy it.
Okay. Would it make your top?
Me laugh a lot.
Would it make your top 10?
No.
Point proven.
Okay.
Would it make your top 20? Disney films of all time?
Maybe. I need to rewatch it. I haven't seen it in years.
Okay. So what we might have to do
like
is
the
put together
girl
a top...
chicken. She was my favourite. Was she a chicken? See, it's been so long since I watched it,
Can
but
I be
used
honest?
to really enjoy
it's
it.
completely shut out of my mind.
Well,
I
we
ain't
shall
thinking about that.
rewatch it and see if your opinion changes.
I thought you were going to say tonight. I was going to be like, absolutely
We will
not.
rewatch it this evening and get
Oh.
back to you.
Followed by Home on the Range.
So the next person we have
Okay.
is...
Oh, sorry, we didn't do a kind of
sorry.
quick...
I
absolutely disagree with your opinion there, Belle.
I'm between neutral and agree.
Okay.
I'm in that middle ground.
Oh, there she is again.
There she is.
Back in
the
her
middle
comfort
ground.
zone.
Right. The next person we have is Natalie.
Awesome.
I have not heard Natalie's. I'm excited. Let's go.
Hello, Chloe, Stephen, and all the Parks and Pals podcast pals. This is Natalie from the Fails episode. Don't worry, I'm still representing. I am failing at least once per day. I'm here to tell you my controversial opinion, which I know that Chloe is going to have a big rebuttal for and will have a lot to say, but this is just my opinion. I think meeting characters is the most awkward experience that anyone can have in the park. I can just about get along with fur characters, but as soon as you put someone as a character with a face character, I cannot handle that interaction. It is like an improv exercise I did not sign up for. I do not know how to talk to them. I think it's very cool when people do, but I am just so awkward that I do not get on well with it at all. So I would rather be one of those silly people who runs over, has a photo, and runs away. So that is my controversial opinion. I'm sure some of you out there share it because we're not all cool people like Chloe. We're very awkward people. But anyway, thanks for having me back on the podcast. See you soon.
How do you feel, Chloe?
I enjoy that she called me cool. I'll take that.
Yeah,
but
do you know
what?
Do you know what I was going to take? Like, literally the thing I was listening to there was, at least Chloe's cool.
Okay,
Go on,
right.
voice
Here is my opinion.
Here's your chance, go.
I understand where Natalie's coming from because
Okay.
some people do find it awkward to meet characters.
Which we've spoken about.
But that's on you guys. The character's not making it awkward. You're making it awkward. If you find it awkward, it's because you're making it awkward.
If you don't like it, it's a you problem.
It is.
Wow.
You are the problem. So, no, I don't mean that.
Wow.
You're not the problem. If you don't want to meet characters, no one's forcing you to meet characters. You don't have to meet characters.
Yeah.
I just think it's not... Did you say it was a waste of time? Oh, I'm imagining that.
She did say it was a waste of time.
I don't see it that way, personally.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I
So
strongly disagree. And
okay.
But Natalie expected that, and you know what? I remember meeting some characters with Natalie. We
I
met
remember
SpongeBob
meeting Natalie.
SquarePants. I remember meeting Natalie. And yeah, SpongeBob SquarePants we met. She wasn't terrible. She was fine. But I did most of the talking. And that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind at all. Someone's got to be there to take the pictures, you know what I mean?
That's me. I also remember maybe about... God, no, maybe this was when we did our Paris trip, like the first time when we've been together like 6 months. I would have been like strong agree. Did a couple more trips, I would have been more agree. After summer and everything, I'm a neutral. So I'm gradually getting there. So I think if I'm gonna offer anything on this particular moment, it's things get better with time. And I think that you have to...
Look, you just have to meet them.
Why am I making this so serious?
You are. You're just like, you have to meet them. I'm sorry. Just push through.
Yeah. Just... If you find it awkward, just stop being awkward. Just...
You're the problem.
You're as Chloe said, you're the problem. No. In all seriousness, it is... You are very, very good at it. And again, part of the reason why I think that you're very good at it is because you also had parents that were very interactive, and you'd kind of learnt that. Whereas I know that when I did my trips with my parents,
yes,
it was a picture and go.
Yeah, so my parents, I remember meeting Mickey, and my dad would go and be like, hey Mick. He would call him Mick, and I'm like, his name's Mickey. Yeah, it's because they're such good pals.
Mick was the name of my barber as a child.
Hey Mick, how you... It's like a barber, it's Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
He had a nickname. So they were like that good friends. Like, how you doing? And he'd be really chatty with Mickey. So I think I grew up knowing that. So it's like if your parents talk to like a family friend your entire life, you're going to grow up knowing it's a family friend.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse is a family friend of mine.
Mickey Mouse is my family friend.
Mickey Mouse is my family friend.
All right. Sure. So you're a strong...
I strongly disagree.
I'm a neutral, so.
But I understand where Natalie's coming from.
Sure.
I understand, but I strongly disagree.
It's not the easiest thing in the world.
Okay, this next one is from M from Find Me in Fantasyland?
Yes.
Yes, I need to remember because there are so many Instagram names that are very similar. But Find Me in Fantasyland.
Yeah, Find Me in Fantasyland.
We did the episode about the quick service food.
Yes.
Yes. Let's listen to what Em has to say. I don't know what this one is.
Hey guys, it's Em from Life with Em and Find Me in Fantasyland, and I am here with my controversial Disney opinion. Now, I'm not sure if I've tweaked the rules a little bit by doing this, but it was really, really hard for me to come up with just one opinion. So I've kind of rolled two into one, and I hope that that is allowed, and I hope that that is okay. And my controversial opinion is that Animal Kingdom is a better park than Epcot. I don't think Epcot is all that great. If there is one thing that I am, it is an Epcot hater. When there is a festival on at Epcot, it is great. You can eat, you can drink, you can go around the world, and you can have the best time ever. When there is no festival on, Epcot's not that great. They've kind of ruined it with this overhaul. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, great addition. Love it. Everything else about Epcot minus Frozen and Figment and Living with the Land, meh. I could do without it. I could skip it. If there wasn't a festival on, I probably wouldn't go to that park as many times as I would if there was a festival on. But Animal Kingdom, I can spend all day there, which takes me into the second part of this controversial opinion. Animal Kingdom is a full day park, and I will die on that hill. Like, there is so much to do there. You have all the animal trails, you have all the animals, you have the attractions, the shows, the rides. It's just such a chilled out park, and it's so beautiful to walk around. I love it. If there is one thing I am, it's an Animal Kingdom stan.
Thoughts?
Okay, I've got lots of
thoughts.
Lots
to unpick here. Go on.
Okay, I'm gonna say she's not wrong about the whole festival thing. You take out the festival, and she's correct. The thing is that we only really go when there is a festival on, because there isn't that much time in between the festivals. So most of the time you're there when a festival's on.
No, but I can see that there is a sort of like, especially like the older you get, there is more of a reliance on like the experience of the day is dictated by the amount of choice that you have.
Yes.
So obviously, like she's talking about some of the additions. I'm totally with you, Em, on the whole edition of Guardians. I think it's a fab one. But also, like I enjoy going to all the different booths, trying all the different food, trying all the different, things on offer, including some of the entertainment. Mm-hmm. Strip that away, I can see why it's not for everyone.
Yes. Okay. I understand that.
What are you thinking?
My only thing is, I think I love Epcot, and I personally would rather go to Epcot over Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
For me, I prefer it, and I think it's because 1, I worked there, so it's got a special meaning to me. 2, I relax in Epcot. I don't really relax in Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom, I always find it too busy. I don't know why. It always feels busy to me.
Okay, I would argue against that, because I think Animal Kingdom is the least busy, or it feels the least busy for me. I can see why, because I think in certain areas it feels busier than most places.
Yes.
Like, but actually walking from A to B, I don't think it's that busy.
No, I just imagine being shoulder to shoulder with people in Animal Kingdom. Epcot, I'm taking my time. I'm walking around World Showcase. I'm enjoying some food, enjoying some drinks, vibing out to the country's music, going through the shops. I'm relaxed in Epcot, and it's still a good few rides I like there. And yeah, I sort of agree, like we said earlier, about the whole half day Animal Kingdom park. It can be more of a full day. I still think if I'm going to do Animal Kingdom, I will finish earlier than the rest of the parks.
Yeah, no,
and I'll go and get dinner somewhere, and it'll be an early night.
Yeah, no, I can see that, but I'm just glad someone else has said it as well.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Because I think there is enough stuff on offer. Just because you don't see it in the immediately obvious version of the app where you see the kind of wait times doesn't mean there isn't an experience there. Okay. I think have a look at all the character meets, have a look at all the animal experiences and trails.
Yeah, but that's the same with Epcot though. People don't know how many characters there are. There are so many characters to meet.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay, well, I feel like you're an agree.
I'm an agree, not strongly agree. I'm an agree with them.
Okay, and I'm a disagree.
Okay.
I don't strongly disagree, but I disagree.
Deal.
Nice doing business with you.
Thank you.
Next up is Shannon from the Pirates episode. Now, Shannon also got 2 other people to send in opinions, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the thing is that we asked Shannon for a controversial opinion, and it seems like she went round our whole household
and went, "Does anyone else want to give an opinion?"
And we're like, go on then.
That being said, would you like to open the sweet iced tea before we crack on?
I think that sounds like
all
a great
right.
idea.
Are we going to go for some ASMR? Do you want me to hold your microphone?
Sure. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're very welcome. Right, Stephen, you go ahead and you crack open. Go on into the microphone. Oh, that actually was a bit aggressive. I don't know if I liked how aggressive that was.
I mean, so aggressive that I ended up taking off the actual screw.
You did.
Screw
That's
bit.
okay.
Whoops.
Right. Are we going to share this?
Yeah.
Good. Ready?
I was going to pour it in the Parks and Pals merch.
Thank you. I hope you'll like ASMR.
And if you didn't need a wee before then, you might do now.
This is your toilet break sign. Ready? Oh, we're going to go again. You're definitely going to need to go to the toilet now. It wasn't the first time. Top up the bit there. Wonderful. Okay. Stephen, take your microphone back.
Should we do a little cheers?
Let's have a little cheers. Cheers.
We're repping the merch.
Cheers to the 50th Park and Pals.
Happy birthday. No, we're not even anniversary yet, are we?
That's so good. Tastes like America.
I think this is one thing. If you haven't tried American sweet iced tea before, it is so much sweeter compared to your Lipton's.
This is the extra sweet one.
Lipton's is tame compared to that.
Yeah, no, but Lipton's isn't sweet tea. It's lemon or peach.
Oh, it's lemon flavoured tea.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Anyway, innit?
Anyway, let's go on to Shannon's controversial
entire family
opinion.
Hi guys, it's Shannon from Magical Melly, and I'm here with 2 controversial Disney opinions, okay? The first is that I don't think the Cosmic Rewind is all that. I am just not impressed by being thrown around a room with a bunch of screens anymore, and I feel like the ride could have been vastly improved with just 1 or 2 well-placed audio animatronics. And my second opinion is that the Sorcerer Hat should still be the icon for Hollywood Studios. I loved it. I thought it was magical. It tied in for Fantasmic. I don't know, bring it back. I would love to see the hat brought back. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Okay, let's first
Cosmic
of all...
Rewind what?
Yeah. Okay, I understand the animatronic thing. It'd be cool to have some animatronics in there.
You know, Shannon, being thrown around is not for everyone. I particularly like being thrown around in Guardians.
Yeah.
Being thrown around in space.
The thing, if I close my eyes and I think about Guardians, right?
Yeah.
You started to move and you got that boom, 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 boom music in the background.
Yeah. Like I'm going up the hill. Like, I'm being debriefed.
Yeah, and you've
everyone.
got Chris Pratt. You've got Gamora. You got Drax. I don't know why Chris Pratt isn't Star-Lord to me. He's just Chris Pratt,
it's just
Gamora.
Chris Pratt. It just seems to be in
Rocket,
every theme park in Orlando.
And then you turn around and it's like, wait, we're jumping back. And it gives me, I got goosebumps now because you're just sat there going, what song is it going to be? And it's just like, look, Stephen.
Yeah.
Goosebumps.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I love it.
Of all the animatronics that you think could be added to that,
yes.
What do you think would be a great addition?
A rocket.
A rocket animatronic.
Not like a rocket, as in the character. As in like the character rocket.
Oh, see, I was going to say like a Groot with a rocket on his shoulder would be really, really cool. Or Drax.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, Drax I think would be scary.
I wouldn't have Chris Pratt / Star-Lord.
No. Or what's her name?
Gamora.
No.
Nebula.
No. Sorry.
Who?
The girl with the antennas.
Mantis.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she would be cool.
I mean, okay.
With the little antennas moving about.
Yeah.
But
disagree with you there.
Disagree
not gonna lie to you.
with that. The hat at MGM. That's how far back we're going.
Nostalgia.
At Hollywood Studios. Now, I don't know if you know this, Shannon, but it has actually been destroyed. They did destroy the hat and they broke it up into pins, and you could buy pins for a time that had a bit of the hat in it. So that hat will not be coming back.
No.
That being said, I do miss the hat.
We could rebuild a hat.
The size of the one they used to have at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
Like MGM.
It'll take a bit of time and patience, but we'll get there.
Where are we going to put it?
I don't know, on top of the
house.
On top of the mountain in Fantasmic. Just a big old hat.
No, because
rest it up there for a bit.
They can't go up there.
No,
but
I do agree that
I
that should still be the icon. I love that.
So, I'm gonna say I strongly disagree with the Guardians thing, and I'm gonna say I strongly agree with MGM.
I'm gonna strongly disagree with Guardians, and I'm gonna agree with the MGM.
I really do miss the hat. I did love the hat. Now let's hear from someone else from Shannon's family. I think they do introduce themselves.
Let's see who's next.
Let's find out.
Hi, I'm Paige. I'm one half of Magically Melly, and my controversial Disney opinions are that I think Navi River Journey was a complete waste of money for the company, and I was glad when Splash Mountain closed.
Oh, hold the phone.
You had me on board.
I was there, nodding away.
You had me on board, and then you just go and ruin it.
Right. Navi River Journey.
Waste of money. Get it. Okay. You've got okay. It's a lovely. Yeah.
That's my opinion. That's my
Yeah.
That's my
and
impression.
Sometimes you can go there and it's not even there.
Yeah. Oh, I remember going on the ride. Yeah, and I got all the way around, and that animatronic wasn't even there, and I was like, "That's the whole reason I came on this ride." It's boring. It's too short. There's nothing going on. It's pretty. It's pretty.
Yeah.
That's about it. Nice bit of music. That's
as far as
it.
I go in terms of like a water ride. Do you know what? Even more controversial, or maybe not so controversial. I would rather ride Living with the Land than Navi River Journey.
Would you rather ride It's a Small World or Navi River Journey?
Oh, Navi River Journey is a Small World is torture.
Interesting. Okay.
Sorry.
That being said,
Splash Mountain, shut your mouth.
Right.
Sorry.
Don't get me wrong. I'm so excited for Tiana's Bayou. I think
absolutely.
That's an incredible transformation, and I'm so here for it. Splash Mountain was a big part of my childhood. That was in the going on the ride. Big part of my childhood and my dad. I used to love that ride. I am excited for Tiana's, but I'm not hating on Splash Mountain in any form. Like I was a bit like, oh, gutted it's going, but also yay for Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Paige, I'm so sorry. We haven't met you before.
Hi, Paige.
Hi, Paige.
Nice to meet you.
But I'm going to strongly agree with the Navi, and then I'm going to disagree with Splash Mountain.
I'm strongly agree with Navi. Strongly disagree with the Splash Mountain. But this is why they're controversial, guys.
But then are you saying you're not excited for Tiana's Bayou?
Oh, no, I am excited for Tiana's Bayou.
You think you'd rather have Splash Mountain?
If Splash Mountain was there for like another 10, 20 years, I wouldn't be unhappy.
Yeah, but you'd be unhappy in 10, 20 years when they got rid of it.
Yeah, I'm going to be unhappy at periods in my life, Chloe.
Yeah. So it makes a difference if it's now or in 20 years.
What ride would you be so unhappy if they closed it for no reason?
That's a very good
Yeah, I'm going to throw that out there.
I think it's going to potentially be Tower of Terror.
Yep.
I really, really enjoy that ride. I don't see any reason to close it at all. Or change it in Orlando.
Sure.
Maybe a little update if they wanted to.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't change it from the theming.
Sure.
Personally. You?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
True.
Literally, if they even thought about touching
I don't think they would.
Then I would be like those ludicrous parents that seem to be going around TikTok at the moment and I'd just sit in the water and I wouldn't leave until someone dragged me out of it.
Fair enough.
Gonna be honest with you.
On to another one of Shannon's family members.
Friend/family.
Hi guys, I'm Rory and I'm an extension of Magically Melly. My controversial Disney World opinion is the Maelstrom was never that great a ride, and Frozen Never After taking over it was the best thing to happen to it.
Okay, when I saw that was titled Frozen Ever After, that sound clip, and I thought, if you dare,
don't you come for my Frozen Queen?
Don't you come for Elsa? Agree. The only part I miss about it is the part where you could see the boat come out the back of the mountain.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I quite enjoyed Maelstrom, but do I think that this is an example of a really good reinvention?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, agree.
They could have done some work to the actual ride mechanics though, because it's very rickety.
Yeah.
But I do think it's good. I think Maelstrom was just a bit.
It was fine for what it was.
It was really random. I didn't really get it. It was a bit scary from what I remember. But I do miss the boat coming out the back of the mountain. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you can see it's like, whoa, we're gonna come off the edge.
Totally.
I missed that. That was cool. So yeah, I'm gonna strongly agree that it was the best thing to do.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely agree. After Shannon, we had Harriet.
We did.
I don't know what Harriet's is. Harriet did send in 2 though. She was like, I wasn't quite sure if you had either of these.
I feel like the longer we've gone on, the greedier people have got.
So Harriet was like, I've given you 2.
Sure.
Because I wasn't quite sure if someone's already done it, but I
No
thought,
worries.
haven't listened.
These have been very
Gonna
varied,
add them
by the
both
way,
in. They
which is
have
nice.
been some good varied ones. Are you ready? Let's go. Harriet number 1.
Hiya, so my controversial Disney opinion is that the cheeseburger steam pods in Animal Kingdom are actually overrated and are pretty gross.
Do you know what? I've never had one.
Neither
I've
have
looked
I.
at them and thought,
I'm not sure how I feel about cheeseburger things in general.
Cheeseburger spring rolls are good. They're overpriced.
Yes. Haven't tried them, so I don't really want to comment too much until I do.
Laura gets them.
She does, and she quite enjoy it. I'm going to be neutral on this one.
I'm going to agree. I think
Okay.
it is overrated.
Sure.
I've heard too much talk about it, and I'd rather have chicken tenders.
You'd have chicken tenders every day of the week.
My controversial opinion is that chicken tenders is one of the best quick service meals you can get in Disney.
Strongly agree.
Good, right. Here's Harriet's second one.
Hiya, so my controversial Disney opinion is not only is Animal Kingdom a half-day park, it is also the worst park, and the fact that they're getting rid of dinosaurs just makes it even worse in my books.
The controversial opinions are out. Hands have been thrown. Oh, Stephen, how are you feeling?
Get out. Ugh. You think you know someone. You think you know someone. Like, yeah, but like all dinosaur and everything is going, as Skipper James said, like it's going to make more improvements.
Yes.
Okay. How
But that hasn't happened yet.
How on earth is Animal Kingdom the worst park?
Right. I'd like to put it out there. I
How?
don't hate any Disney park.
No.
But on my list of parks to visit,
Sure.
Animal Kingdom's at the bottom.
Oh, I'm going to put Hollywood Studios at the bottom.
It is a tough call between Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom.
I
It's a tie.
think Hollywood Studios is a little bit overrated.
I think it is overrated.
It's got good things in it.
Do you know what?
but it's
Actually, I do
overrated.
change my mind. I agree with you.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
do
thought.
agree. And I'd rather go Animal Kingdom over Hollywood Studios. But it depends what sort of mood I'm in.
Yeah.
Neither of them are my top go-to park.
No. Well,
apart from Fantasmic.
I tell you what, when I think about the overall, I would rather go to Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
But there are specific parts of Hollywood Studios that I would go to over Animal Kingdom. Does that make sense?
Yes. If I'm going to do a little pop over to a park, it's going to be Hollywood Studios.
Yep.
If I'm going to have a chill day and a half day in the parks, Animal Kingdom.
Makes sense.
For me, it is a half day park.
So I'm gonna disagree with Harriet there.
I'm gonna neutral.
Yeah.
Sorry, Steve.
It's all right. I'll live.
I'm sure you will. Okay, we have something from Rich. Neither of us know what this is. That means all the guests have done one. Thank you, everybody. Big round of applause for you all.
Well done. Even though we disagree with some of you, well done.
Well done for sending one in. Right, you can play Rich's one. You
let's
ready?
go.
Hi, this is Rich Fish. You may recognise me from such films as Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and such jobs as the wonderful Villain Con Minion Blast at Universal Studios Orlando. My controversial opinion about Walt Disneyland is that the Star Wars merchandise at Galaxy's Edge leaves a little bit to be desired. I'm a big fan of very subtle t-shirts, and everything they had there seemed to be a little bit too over the top for me. And I went with a bag of money prepared to buy as many t-shirts as possible. It's a shame, but there you have it.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to say I agree with that.
Yeah? How come?
I don't agree with Walt Disneyland.
No, I
will
don't
say
agree with that at all.
I don't agree with that. But I do agree with the subtlety of t-shirts. I prefer the subtle t-shirts. I want a nice subtle t-shirt.
Yeah.
I don't want a loud in your face one. I strongly agree.
I think we know with Disney that there are the sort of really, really obvious and sometimes a little bit tacky pieces of merch, and then there are the ones that are a little bit more classy. So for me, I agree with Rich.
Yeah, me too. I agree. But not with Walt Disneyland.
No, not with his incorrectness.
And he really is milking that Harry Potter appearance.
Yes. I think he was in Harry Potter.
Do you think so?
Can't be sure.
Okay, for some reason, our camera just shut off.
Excuse me?
So enjoy this nice image of our new logo. Woo!
Yeah, while we go for Emily's.
Yeah, Emily's opinion. Opinion? Controversial opinion.
Controversial
Unpopular. Let's find out.
Hi guys, but hope you're both okay. My unpopular Disney opinion is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Now, we always seen it on vlogs and it was like a must ride, so we did it on our first trip to Walt Disney World and we paid the lightning lane for it, and we were just really underwhelmed by it. I don't know if it's just because we were sat at the front, but I kind of left it wanting that $13 that we had spent on it back. It's definitely like a skippable ride. I think a bit like Peter Pan, just ride it once and then you never really have to ride it again. But yeah, that's my unpopular Disney opinion.
Do you know what? Thank you, first of all, Emily. We are both okay. And I'm still okay after that opinion.
Yeah, no, absolutely fine. I think one of the things with Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is that, you know, if you ever go to Magic Kingdom, it is always going to be the one that has the longest wait time. And I get it. I get why it has a long wait time, because as an introductory coaster, it is pretty good. There's some lovely sort of effects on it. But if you are used to sort of thrills, I think it can be a little bit underwhelming. I think as far as rides go,
absolutely.
I don't think it would fit into my top 10.
I do like the Snow White animatronic, though, at the end. That's very cool. And it makes me happy.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I'm
going
not like,
through the mine
yes, roller coaster
is
great.
wonderful.
Oh, yeah, going through the mine's great. I do think, because obviously Charlotte has done Big Thunder now.
Yes.
I think she would get on better with Seven Dwarfs than she would Big Thunder.
No, I totally agree.
Chocolate Thunder in every film.
One of the things that I will say, Cat in the Hat.
Thank you.
But one of the things that I will say is I agree with Emily on this one.
Yeah, so do I. I'm
kind of on the border of agree and strongly agree.
Yeah, same. I agree. Strongly agree. I don't know anymore.
So now you're copying me.
Maybe.
Bye.
Well, no, not bye.
Well, bye from the future.
Bye from the future. Okay, let's listen to Laura's one.
Cool.
Hi, my name is Laura, and my controversial Walt Disney World opinion is Casey's Corner is so overrated.
No explanation, but you know what?
Yeah.
I get it.
So do I. I quite like a Casey's, and I think I'm maybe a little bit biased on that. But actually, I can see why it's overrated, because I think the queuing system and everything is a bit chaotic. That's why we always say go for mobile order. But also, I like Casey's when they have the special hot dogs.
Yes, I get
more
that.
so than others.
I do think it can be overrated, but I do enjoy a good hot dog.
Yeah,
in Magic Kingdom. So you know what? I'm in between neutral and disagree with you there, Laura.
I'd probably say I'm the same.
Yeah, it's not my favourite quick service. It is a bit overrated in price and a bit spenny, but sometimes you just crave a Casey's hot dog.
Sometimes it just hits the spot.
Sometimes it's just what you need.
Exactly.
So, agree to disagree slightly.
Sure.
Okay, next I believe is Lauren.
Yeah.
My name's Lauren, and my controversial Disney opinion is that you should never pick row 1 to ride Guardians in Epcot. Just don't do it. You have to pick one of the last 2 rows. My favourite is number 9.
Yeah.
Yes.
Totally agree with this, because we've sat like a variation of like row 6 and back, and yeah, the further back you are, the better it is.
Yeah, because then you're at the front.
Yeah. But then you also get like dragged at like faster speeds, and I remember sitting right at the back for one of the times that we did it over summer.
Yeah.
And just the intensity of the ride changes completely. Whereas I think we've done like row 3 or 4, and it was a bit tame.
Yeah.
And
so
I love that ride. So
I strongly agree. Absolutely.
Yep.
Ask for the back, not the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Strong.
Strong. strongly agree. We're powering through these last few because it's just like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree with this.
Okay.
Yeah, no one's making me upset anymore.
The next one is from my sister, Sophie.
Hi, it's Sophie, and my controversial opinion is that the Nemo show is the best show in the whole of Disney World, excluding any fireworks shows.
Okay.
Why is that controversial?
That is not what her
Why is
her
that
caption on
controversial?
there is
though?
not. I don't know, but
What was her caption?
something about the Asian market.
What?
I don't know. Unless she lives near an Asian market, and it automatically. Sometimes voice notes will title it where you are.
Yeah, no, that makes
anyway,
sense.
So do you know
Nemo's
what?
a great show.
It is, and I do agree. It is.
Like what shows could be classed as better?
The Frozen sing-along.
Pretty good.
It is pretty good, but it's not quite Finding Nemo the musical.
But it's not original, and that's what I quite like with Finding Nemo the musical.
I agree.
The Festival of the Lion King, good show, not 100% original. So I do think that is one of the best ones, and I will strongly agree with that.
Yeah, I'm going to strongly agree as well.
And again, do you know what this also does? This also contributes to my idea of there are so many things to do in Animal Kingdom because you can do shows as well.
I do like, though, that she said excluding fireworks shows.
Oh, yeah.
Take those out of the equation.
You are not going to compete with Fan or
Absolutely
Happily Ever After
not,
on
but
this.
Finding Nemo is probably the best sit-down show, I think, in Disney.
I agree.
I strongly agree.
Sold.
And the last one is from Stan.
Hi, it's Stan, and my controversial opinion is that Splash Mountain never actually existed. It's a myth. It doesn't exist.
I think that's a joke because he's never been on Splash Mountain because all the times he's been to Disney, it's been closed.
And he's never been on the podcast, so what if Stan was the myth?
No, so the 2 times Stan's been to Walt Disney World.
Been closed.
Did he go when he was younger?
No, I don't think he has been when he's younger. But you know when they were refurbing it for that little period of time,
that's when he came
was
to
closed.
visit. Yeah,
and then they announced that they were closing it for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and he went out and did the summer program, and it was still closed. So technically, he's never ridden that the ride mechanism.
But I'm going to disagree, Stan, because I've been on that ride. So I'm not going to disagree. I'm going to actually tell you you're wrong.
Can vouch on that one.
Wow.
There were so many opinions. I have been through a roller coaster of emotions.
So have I. That was really, really good.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for your contributions.
So Sorry, I'm so tired. I had to really think about my opinions through all of that.
Yeah?
Yeah. But wow. I've learnt so much about our guests. I've learnt so much about us.
I've learnt so much about my fading friendships with some of these people. No. In all seriousness, it's quite nice because, let's face it, there are lots and lots of opinions when it comes to Disney World, and I think if there's anything to sort of be said about this, you don't have to agree with absolutely everybody.
No,
of course you don't, because and this is why we say that the Facebook groups and the blogs can be a little bit kind of controversial because everyone feels like their opinion is like the top. Like, please, by all means, do not take the opinions that we have as as gospel. Like, we've been a fair few times where we know a fair bit, but just because we enjoy certain things doesn't mean that you can't enjoy
it's just
other
our
things.
Opinions.
It's just our opinions.
Like, your opinion will be different, and that's absolutely fine. I like to tell people, like, you do Disney how you want to do it.
Exactly.
You don't have to follow what we say.
Exactly. But we are now gearing up for our year episode, our little year anniversary, and I'm sure we'll have some lovely little tidbits in there.
But before then, we have got an episode about the history of Universal Studios.
We do indeed.
So my question to you at home is, what year did Universal Studios Orlando open?
Okay.
Not Islands of Adventure, Universal Studios.
No, because Islands of Adventure was technically the last park to open in Orlando.
Yes, it was.
So yeah. So what year did Universal Studios open?
That is the question for those who answer the questions. I still haven't heard from anybody actually since last week to know if anyone answers the questions.
Unbelievable.
But
fake
if you
fans.
do, no, not fake fans. Good fans.
Exactly.
Until next week then.
Yeah. Happy 50.
Happy 50. Bye.
Bye.
We can cry when it's over.